Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah?
I've been away for a few days, so if I remember correctly, we have been, well, starting this level but not finishing it yet. We have already seen everything on this part, so it is time to go on here, and I don't know if we have seen everything there, but we have to go here for sure.
Sure.
But we
I'll see
probably
what I can find.
should be going into stealth and hopefully avoid this trap there. So far, so good. I saw a spider there. Not a spider, a beetle. Yeah, it would be good to have a rest soon. But I will try to
I'm ready.
fight this beetle anyways for now. Several beetles. Okay,
Hey there.
let's take care of this one.
Bullseye.
That's it!
Alright, next one. Everyone but you go on this beetle. Okay,
Hey there.
on, and now we have to wait until this one is back up before we can attack it again.
Stunzenet Bostenago Batz.
Alright, we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back
I
into
shall be discreet.
stealth. This looks like the way downstairs. No. Oh, we can get up here. Interesting. This is level 8. Which is... there is level 8. I see. Not that we need to go there yet. It's just the faster way to get out here, I guess, yeah. We haven't been in this big room yet, and I might want to make a rest before we go inside. But I want to take a look. In case I see some big enemies or something, of course I will stop and do the rest. Yeah, we've seen that already. Yeah, we've been going this way already, so... But we haven't been on that bridge, right? Yes, we haven't been there yet. Dargul, and he is friendly. What is this? Why are they friendly? Interesting. Because I have to talk to this guy, but they will attack me once I'm done. A vampire. At the center of this massive Aedra structure, beneath the long shadow of the Titan's curled fingers, sits what appears to be a man. Unlike the slavering animalistic creatures you have encountered on this floor, this man is regally composed, lounging upon a crooked stone throne. Yet his gaze has a piercing, feverish quality. He watches you intently as you approach. What are you, then? One of theirs? Strange that you survived the planning stages. He speaks in fluid and within, you note, though his voice is taut with strain. It must have been hard for them, those beggars, those cowards. But you won't go any farther, no. You can go right on back to them, your masters. Let them feast on you instead. I don't mean you any harm. I merely seek information about the master below. Oh, you can understand him? Ask him everything. What an opportunity. The man looks startled. He gives a short laugh. You understand? Look here. Even the foreigners speak our tongue now. Truly, we are an immortal people. He laughs again. But that only makes it all the more clear, you see. You must be with them. How have they kept you so whole? You are remarkably well preserved. His eyes narrow. Attempt to pass and you will go screaming back into the voids, puppet. If you're talking about the creatures in those old rooms, I have already dealt with them. Ha, good, very good. He touches a hand to his mouth. brows knitting, and then laughs. Yes, it's all mine now. No more of their screaming. No need for any more pointless demonstrations of power. Go on then, go barreling down into the deep, if you like, if the beetles don't make a quick end of you. I had some questions first. Yes, I said you could have some answers. What is it? Who are you? Did you want a name? I forgot those ages ago. Who's going to call me anything down here? There's me, and now there's just you. That's all that matters. I was entrusted with the test we performed here. The foremost, he taps his temple. Mine of the age. None could rival me for arcane power save Otnur himself, he pauses, and perhaps some of his advisors. What was this place? Oh, many things. Our home once, and before that, a place of great deeds, he chuckles. Those foul chambers in there were once the site of incredible discoveries. We were giving the bulk of this floor. There was construction at all hours, of course. He gestures toward the Aedra arm. For all of our work was, of course, for old Nua's purpose. He laughs. Think on it, a dozen sculptors carefully crafting a fingernail, salts flung from their shells on the floors above and below, and all the while Idris fusses over a cuticle. What kind of experiments were you doing? Why, we were preoccupied with matters of the soul. All of us were, because Otnur was. But here, we toiled to find the dividing line between life and death and crack it wide open. We were attempting to find a means of binding souls to their mortal vessels, preventing them from crossing the shroud. I say attempting. We found it, of course. A dozen minds set to purpose. How could we not? The things we learned, what a glorious time. We could determine the precise manner in which a soul would crack and shatter, could carefully place a fragment from one into another. He smiles at the memory. While our fellows wasted their efforts of phenomena like blights, we delved right into the heart of the matter. There were certain gaps in our knowledge, of course. I was perhaps enthusiastic in my pursuits. I thought that if anyone should attempt a more personal approach to the tests, it should be me. And no amount of certainty will make the imbibing of poison a pleasant experience. Death is the ultimate test, you see. If the soul has flown, then you know you've failed, he chuckles. Your work sounds similar to Animancy. Like what? The man shrugs. Perhaps others follow in our steps. I have not had the opportunity to keep up with the state of magical study. He smiles thinly. How have you stayed alive all this time? The big question. Binding a soul to its body was not, it turned out, very difficult. We were certain we'd found a kind of immortality. The body could be destroyed beyond repair, but anything less is quite survivable. I was eager to attempt it. My leg at the time pained me terribly. Old war wound, and I had heard one subject describe a sense of distance from the pain inflicted upon them. They felt it, but it didn't matter to them, which would be a vast improvement. I remember the first moments, the relief. He sighs. But we found that after some time the body would remember that it was, after all, dead. There's really no describing what it feels like to see your own fingers rotting away. He makes a face. The smell. We tried to retrieve the affected subjects with energy culled from their fellows, and it worked well enough. I was able to refine the spell work, keep myself and the others who had joined me as hale as ever. Old Nua wasn't terribly pleased with the distraction, but that turned out not to matter. The mob came and murdered him, and we were sealed in here with the rest of his tools. But we still had the Aedra, you see, and enough souls housed in there to feed us for, well, as long as we wished. And so, he grins, we had a time of it, we did. We were able to preserve the furniture over the years. We had little meetings in the ground chamber. What a nice little family we were. His grin fades, until it had to end. So, what happened here? Here? You mean with them? The Aedra? All of it? That's a long tale, and my patience has diminished with time. I'll tell you what happened recently. It was the Aedra beetles. Oh, you wouldn't think it was something so small, so mundane, but they came swarming up from the lower reaches and started to feed upon the live Daedra. I thought Aedra beetles only feed on dead Aedra. Just so, they never troubled us before. Still, it happened. We tried to find them off, but, of course, but it was impossible. Kill one and two more are behind it. Something must have driven them up here. I don't know what. They all but amputated our Aedra limb, not enough to support all of us. Not us and the rooms. They paid tapestries, everything, but enough for more. None of the others knew the spells required. Their only path in it was simply to lie in their Aedra coffins and be revived by me. So it was an obvious choice, wasn't it? No more of that. No more of anything. I swore I'd burn them all to kindling if they came near. Fortunately, you made that unnecessary. How could you do that to your companions? You're soft-hearted, considering it was you who put an end to their immortality. They weren't anyone's friends. They would have licked the brains out of your cracked skull if they could. There wasn't enough life to go around. That's all it was. And 2,000 years is more than long enough to get to know someone. Think on it this way. You've sent them on their way and they will live again in time. Isn't that a comfort? Well, I'm looking for the Master below. Do you know what that is? Who that is? None of us took such grand titles. The only master of this would be Otnur, our king, our poor grief-maddening king. He laughs. Would he call himself such, I wonder? Otnur is dead. The mob would not have retrieved without having killed him. He thinks a moment. It's him. I thought it was me who said that. Otnur is dead. The mob would not have retreated without having killed him. He thinks a moment. But then, if we could preserve ourselves despite our deaths, then so perhaps could he. I am sure I considered the possibility once, when it had all come crashing down. If any man could prolong himself, it would be him. I wonder, was it he who drove the Aedra beetles up here from below? His face twists with anger. Who stole our Aedra source? Does he mourn his son yet? The mauling fool, that he should resent our feeding upon his statue? A possibility. He regards you with sudden calm. After all this time, it wouldn't surprise me. Can you tell me more about Otnur? Our great lords, a wise man in his day, until his son was lost, an accident, some small unfortunate turn of fate. You have come but a little way past the sealed chambers. You must know by now that Otnur did not take it well, he chuckles. This monument to his grief has outlasted him. But his madness provided opportunity, a promise of immortality for all of us. If it was found at the behest of a grieving father, what did it matter? He had a flock of devoted servants. For we had to find the soul in question, to bring it back from wherever it had gone, to house it somewhere suitable. He indicates the statue. And such discoveries have costs, something the rebel didn't understand. I'm not fighting him. He is down here. He is not going anywhere. I have no more questions. Very well. Good to stretch the vocal cords, I have to say. What beetles are you talking about? Voracious little devils. They're what caused this whole mess. You can kill one easily enough, but there's a great swarm of them, chewing through the Aedra, my Aedra. There's only the arm now. In any case, they'll tear you apart just as easily as they do the crystals, he pauses. More easily. Well, I'll be going then. Give me my regards to the dead when you see them. The man chuckled starkly. The master below, we have an update. Okay. Descend further into the endless paths of Otnur. Well, he allowed me to go past. Is there something down here which I haven't yet seen? I'm not quite sure. Let me first of all save the game. I'm not sure if I should go on further down, because we've done like two levels now this time. I think it should be enough. We can go back up and go back here later. However, I can start with the DLC. Because why not? Yeah, I've certainly been here, but there is something here, but I can't reach it yet. Well then, let's just go towards the door to see it. And then we will... The crust veins of dead Aedra worm their way through the statue's wrists and into the darkness beyond. Okay. I see, but how do I get downstairs? Ah, this way. My bad. Ah.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
This is where we get here. Okay, but we're not done yet here, apparently.
Hey,
I'm ready. stunden et bossen der og bats.
Alright, let's take them out. I want to finish this level before we go head up and to the next, nope, not what I wanted. Come on. Ah, come on, is it so difficult to get this one done? Finally. And now we have to take care of this one as soon as we can. Come on, don't make him our friend if he's the only enemy. The question is, who is doing that actually? I remember that Grieving Mother had this power, and my character had it, but I'm not using this power, so... Where am I? No, I'm not using it.
Hey there.
This must be the end of this way, right? It looks like. This would go downstairs, which we're not doing yet. I'll go upstairs again. And, well, it's time for the DLC. What is with the audio? Weird. Okay, let's get out of here. We're gonna make a rest, and then we're gonna do the DLC. Chapel
Better
construction
indeed.
completed. All right, the chapel is done. What can we do next? We do the forum for intelligence, the hedge maze for stealth, the warden's lodge for survival, the woodland trails for constitution and athletics, Bright Hollow Hearth for just cosmetics, and the Bright Hollow Courtyard pool also for cosmetics. I'd say we'll go for the forum first. Not so many things to do left. We're almost done with all the upgrades here. That's the Cleric, yes. Wait a second, what was this again? Have I been... I don't know if I have talked to him before. Like I said, I've been off for a few weeks, so I didn't play this game in some time. Greetings, my lord. I thank you for restoring our chapel to its former glory. I'm certain the gods look favorably upon you. I have gathered what scrolls I could find. Perhaps they can be of use to you in your travels. Let me see. Ah, actually I could buy them. I'm not needing any scrolls, but maybe you want to... he doesn't want to buy things from me, does he? Oh no, he buys things from me. That's good. I get a few thousand coppers for those things. That's really good. Yeah, I think that's nice. 3,345. Perfect. Alright, let's trade. Perfect. He doesn't have any camp supplies, which is okay. Maybe the other merchant has them.
Looks a little healthier than before.
This is the forum, which will be repaired now. Interesting that we don't see any repairs being done, but it's how it is. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's see.
How
what
do
he
you do?
has. The only thing I would need is a Grimoire of Dozen Wizards. I don't think this one has anything interesting yet, does it? No. I think I sold it to him. He doesn't look like he has any camp supplies. Yeah, we'd probably have to go to a Spellward Amulet. To an inn for that. No, that's everything. I don't need anything else. Yeah, it would cost a lot now to respec, but I don't need to. I don't want to. Alright, let's take a rest. I'm thinking about
Better indeed.
making a break before we go to the DLC because I feel like this should be done in a separate episode, or at least started in a separate episode, which would fit more with the. It would be easier to find the episode. That would mean, though, this episode here would be a bit shorter. I hope you don't mind about that. It will definitely gonna fix this as well in the future because it looks horrible. Alright, let's go to sleep. Wow, what kind of rests do we have? I might need some perception or dexterity, I think. Let me see for my character what he needs most. Probably dexterity to get that up to 17, or if I go for perception, I have 19 and hit more. Let's go for the perception bonus then. Perception tower bonus, yes. So yeah, I will definitely change my party. So what we're doing for the DLC, I will take Kana out because he was only here for the endless
Safe
paths.
travels.
Thank you. Palagina.
Gores.
And well, we will need Durance for sure, as he's the only healer we have. I could keep Alof or take Hiravias for this one. I think I'm gonna take
Farewell.
Hiravias as the mage. Although, wait a second. First of all, I have to take... Which one of those two do I take? I think I'm gonna take Grieving Mother and then Sagani for the next main quest. Grieving Mother. And then... Well, to be honest, actually she's the substitute for Kana, right? So I can take Sagani and Grieving Mother, and then we'll take Hiravias. Alright. So yeah, for the main quest, when we come back, I will be taking Palagina instead of Adair, because she has a quest in Twin Elms. And instead of Sagani... Is there anyone I can take instead of Sagani? There's no one currently, right? So I definitely take Sagani. Then, instead of Grieving Mother, we can take Kana a little bit. And instead of Hiravias, we would take Alof. Alright, so who is this here? Ah, that's Alof. He's just
Yeah?
standing there. I see. Alright, we don't have any level ups.
Sure.
This was Sagani's room, which I know. I would be interested in knowing where the others are sitting. I actually should have checked before. This is Kana's room, I see. This is Palagina's room. Alright. There's no one in here and no one in here. Alright. I think we're ready to go on to the next step, yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to do this in the next episode. And the DLC will play in the White
Stones
March.
and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
Yeah, we have to go here for that, because we need to talk to our steward. Hanred Scion, Marshal Forwin. Yeah, this is where we could start the quest, the Battle of Yenwood Field. But we're not doing that yet. Is there anything else that we could do? Yeah. Okay, Durance, we have to continue getting to know him. We have to go further down the endless paths of Otnua with Kana, Long Hunts. This is for Sagani, but I don't know where that is yet. Child of Five Sons, this is Palagina and Twin Elms, Dream and Memory. Learn of the Grieving Mother's past. We're gonna do that as well on our travels. This is the battle, which we're not doing yet. This is the quest we'll do now. Speak to the steward. And the assassin at large, travel to Twin Elms. That is all, or is that tasks? Find more pieces of the ancient sword. Yeah, that's down in the endless paths. Parable of Whale. Retrieve the stolen scroll. I also don't have an idea where that might be. In any case, we're doing the Durgan's Battery in the next episode. Can I see the whole map, yeah. We don't see it here on the map. I guess it's somewhere here, but we'll get there, definitely. Yes, and once we come back, I might be inclined to do a few more levels here, but then we will go to Stonewall Gorge and down here towards Hearthsong and Twin Elms for the next parts, for Act 3 of 4, I think. There are 4 acts, and this will be Act 3. Although I think Act 4 is only the finale and not really any new area. Who knows, maybe there will be something coming up here, I don't know. Alright, but for now, I say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye bye.